share mine with you this morning because I want to relate to you that you're no different than me. When Tony asked me to speak and she said, I want you to speak to the crowd, I thought, what am I going to speak to them about? They're probably more educated about Monsanto than I am. And that's probably the fact. You've got people that are going to follow me that are going to speak later that have information about Monsanto that I'm sure I don't have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my story with you, and I want you to understand when you listen to me, it's not my story. It's what I have to relate to you because I walked it, but it's not mine. Y'all probably seen the show where the guy makes a statement, I'm madder than hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. That was me. And I'm sure everybody in this crowd relates to that, do you not? Well, about 1.5 years ago, that sweet girl that was on this stage, Tony Samney, and I had a conversation. Because that's where I was in my walk. That's where I was. I was mad as hell and I wasn't going to take it anymore. And I made a phone call to Tony Samney and I said, what do I do? She gave me the number of 2 people and I called her. And I made the phone call and I said, what do I do? And for those of you all that may or may not be plugged into the political system, I'm going to share some things with you that you may or may not have knowledge of. And trust me, this is not partisan. This is about where we're at individually. I made the call, I sat down with some people, I said, what do I do? They gave me the first step. Go be a county delegate. I did that. I got with the people and I said, what's the next step? And they said, we want you to run for the 3rd District elector spot. And I said, you want me to do what? And they said, we want you to do that. And I said, you guys are out of your mind. I know nobody. I've been on the political scene now plugged in for about 3 weeks. They said, that's what we want you to do. So I showed up in a room for the 3rd District represented by 33 counties around the state of Oklahoma and knew about this many people in a room of almost 300 people. And I said, what am I going to say to these people? I'm going to stand in front of them and tell them they need to elect me as their presidential elector to represent them out of this district. And I knew nobody. So I decided I'm going to talk to them about what's on my heart, and hopefully somebody associates with that, and that's what I'm doing today. I talked to those people about people that would oppress you, people that would impose their will on you. We don't need to legalize freedom. We've got it. And that's what we need to do. I told them that people within our party, which I'm a registered Republican, I said, people within our party will do that. They will impose their will on you. They will oppress you to get their agenda through. And if you elect me as your elector, I will put myself between me and them. Or I'll put myself between you and them. I will draw that line in the sand and I will do that. The outcome blew me away. Now, I want you to hear this, and I want you to hear this clearly, because again, this is not about me. I was a tool, people. That's what I was. I was a tool. I was a guy that was dumb enough to say, what do I do? And somebody told me, like Tony Samney, what to do. Now, you go around here, and there will be somebody else in this crowd that will do that for you. At the end of the day, 78% of the people in that room cast a vote for me as their elector. And you need to hear me clearly. They did not vote for me. They did not know me. They voted for one and two things. They voted for principle that somebody put out that they were hungry for. They were looking for. They wanted somebody to stand up and say, this is what I am, this is what I believe in. And I promise you, there are people out there that will do the same if you will do that. They cast a vote for hope because somebody else would be in the camp with them.